Can't do it. We'll do it live.
Till I land, have me out like a light, hey, like a light, hey, like a light, hey, slept through the flight, hey.
Hey, what's up, Hawks? It's your boy Don Hawk here. Welcome back to another video, and I just realized Black Panther is one of the best movies of all time, and if you disagree, you are racist. Most definitely. What? You don't like it? Well, like I said, you're pretty much
I gotta go get it, I gotta go get it, gotta go get it, I 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 gotta go get
it. Movie soundtracks. They can be hit or miss, but most of the time, they're misses. Now let me give you an example of a miss. This new Creed soundtrack that just came out this Friday, November 16th, 2018. Now let's take a look at one of the lead singles, the mantra. Then we're gonna take a look at another single that came off the album with Schoolboy Q and this one other artist. I think his name is Ears. Literally one of the most weirdest names I think I've heard. Okay, so from what I heard, this song pretty much sounds gym. It's not bad. I would put it in my playlist full of gym songs because to lose weight, even though I'm walking pretty much every day. So really, I really love this album because I can put this whole album on a playlist and it'd be fun. It's not bad, but the problem is it's not unique in any sort of way. So that's why I like this album, because it's not. That was so sad, bro. I mean, this is one of the most generic soundtrack hip-hop related albums I think I've heard in a while, and there hasn't been that many because the Black Panther soundtrack was pretty good, and that's what we're going to be reviewing today, the Black Panther soundtrack. Now, the movie itself is one of the best movies of all time, and critics already say that, but it's not because the critics said it, it's because I've watched it 2 times by now, and the second time I watched it, I just realized how memorable it was. Even if it's been more than 5 months since I watched the second time the movie, it's just a great movie overall because the movie just portrays real life and superheroes in such a great way. You have the lead artist, Chad Boseman, one of the best black actors of all time. Now, people might be like, that's a bold claim, and you're just throwing out all time. Well, but when I say Black Panther, the movie, is the best movie of all time, I am not joking. It is literally the best movie, or one of the best movies of all time. And there's no debating that it is one of the best movies of all time. I can't explain it because today we're not going to be reviewing the movie, okay? We can do that another time. We can also review the whole career of Chad Boseman, the whole career of Michael B. Jordan, who's also featured in the Creed soundtrack. But, you know, the funny thing is, he's on a very great soundtrack, and he's on a very generic, and you guys will see why this is one of the best albums of this year. If you ever missed a video from that one, Hawk, be sure to check out the playlist. I have a full playlist on my YouTube channel. All you gotta do is select playlist, and there you go. You got a whole bunch of videos you could watch in one sitting.
King of my enemies, may they fall defeat, I rejoice. King of the skies.
Okay then, so you guys just heard a snippet of the intro. Of course, whenever I play a song, I am not going to be playing the full song because UMG, copyright. If I played the song more than 10 seconds, I will get copyrighted. Don't want my videos to get taken down, okay? This is one of the best intros to an album because, or to a soundtrack album. Now, the reason why this is one of the most generic parts of the album is because it sounds so filler. It sounds like a soundtrack. And this is not a good way to introduce this as a lead single. I like the song. It's pretty much, whoa, my computer just turned off. Pretty much a great song. But it's not unique. It just sounds like sound.
Black Panther. Stay down with no faking. You're gonna get it up, ain't no catching up. I don't rest, keep working hard, keep blessing.
You guys just heard a snippet of X, which features 2 Chainz and Saudi. Saudi is a South American artist, and then the lead artist is Schoolboy Q. But Kendrick is pretty much on this whole album, so we're just gonna say this is Kendrick's album featuring a bunch of artists. This is one of my favorite songs. It's a banger. The way it starts off just captivates you. Now, sometimes people might not like the song because it's not like the typical trap banger, but that's what makes it so unique, because it's not the typical trap banger. It's a unique It sounds like an African trap song. Not just because I'm Saudi, but because the instruments in the background, the instrumentation. That is why I love the song. Now, the song itself is pretty nice. It's just a whole vibe track. I'm not gonna give a whole in-depth review of this whole song because it's just a nice vibe track, like I said.
Go crazy, hit it finesse, you see I'm getting mine. A life from bleeding hands from the genocide. Clean me up, beat me up.
Okay, so I like Vince Staples. Problem is, I'm just not into like this song, so I'm not gonna review because I'm gonna sound so stupid reviewing it. So yeah, let's move on to a song by Georgia Smith. Is it Georgia Smith?
I said that sometimes we ain't meant to be free. Open up this letter, you ain't trying to.
Okay, so this song is pretty good. It's a pretty good R&B song. Georgia Smith, I've always liked her. I got introduced to her by that song on Drake's album. What is it, More Life? It was a pretty good song. What is it? You need to get that together, sweetie.
Got a pack rounds, sorry mama 2 bills, took a bad route. I didn't got my bands up, a nigga stay on that I don't wanna have to do it empty food clips.
This is one of the best songs off the album. Not because of the beat, because that beat is banging. And the things in the background for the song is just crazy. But not just because of that, it's because this song itself is just great banger, and it could be added to any gym playlist, any sort of hype playlist, and it's one of the most hype songs of the album. And it's unique because it doesn't really sound like a, hype song. I'm so glad I put this on my playlist because this song got me through a lot of reps earlier this year. So one of the best songs. Recommend SRRB, one of the best new rap groups.
It's no game gas trick. A prince turned pauper trying to do like kings do. Sweating in chess games, try to move, try to channel balance, but never.
Okay, I'm not into this. Oh, my computer keeps turning off. I'm not into this song. I'm not really into this type of music. Not saying it's bad, but I just don't want to critique it because it's not for me.
Miss me with that bullshit. Stop it! You ain't really worried. I be blacking out with the purist.
This is obviously one of the best songs of the album. It's another banger, and I love this track because J-Rock just provides one of the most. Well, J-Rock provides an underwhelming verse. He's like, I gotta go get it, I gotta go get it,
I gotta go get it. My name.
That's not good, but everything else is pretty good. I mean, sure, the Future's probably be like, whoa.
Your culture, your family, drive.
You love it when I fall.
Okay, I can't critique this song as well. I know this artist because of Kendrick Lamar and the song Love, and it's a pretty good song. Okay, I might have said I'm not into this artist or whatever, but this song is good. R&B songs I've heard off this album, and I think it might be my favorite. And along with the ways, because this song, the vibe you get from the song is pretty great.
One time they done hung all of my people. I love all of my people. I'm in the slums with all of my people. Yeah, they can bluff you, they can beat you.
This is also a pretty good song. Mozzie's one of a unique rappers. He's an up-and-coming rapper I've heard of because people in school kept talking about him last year, my sophomore year of high school, so I'm pretty sure it's a pretty good song for people who like Mozzie.
Cocaine white body look like Gentiles. Why you emotional? Why you emotional?
Oh,
You emotional? Big shot up, nigga like Pepsi.
Okay, this song is pretty. It's not one of the best bangers off the album, but it's still appeasing. It's still appealing to me, at least. That's why it's one of my favorite. They had a song, Goosebumps. That's one of the best songs of last year, 2017. So Big Shot is also a pretty good song. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's pretty good. It's a good song to add to your gym playlist, in my recommendation. But I don't know why you trust.
I fight you, I fight myself, bird is left. I fight pain and hurricanes, today I wept. I'm trying to fight back tears, flood.
Okay, what a great way to end off the whole album. Pray For Me is one of the best songs of the whole album. Overall, what a great soundtrack. Like I said, it's not because there's vibe music. It's not because there's bangers, but it doesn't sound generic. I'm gonna stop saying generic. Was that the only thing you can say? Yes, it is, but yeah, I just justified what people are saying in the comment section below. Well, overall, I like this album. It's an 8 out of 10. If you want to watch a actual critique of the album, watch Anthony Fantano. He's an actual review, but coming from a person who's a normal consumer. Me, I'm a normal consumer. I'm not checking for new music because I just turn on music.
I can't do it.
That's the type of person I am. So, from a person like that,
This is a great album, and it's one of the best albums of 2018. And it is one of my favorite soundtrack albums, along with 8 Mile and a couple others that I don't want to mention. Thanks for watching. If you guys like this, see you guys next time. Goodbye. ASMR. Yes. So actually, I just realized I had to flush down this Creed album through the toilet. I wasn't sure if I was gonna give it to Michael B. Jordan and tell him to go re-release an album that's actually good. But anyways.
This ain't over.
I just hit a link on your whole team. Mix another bean, now I'm rolling. If I go broke, no, I'm going by the chopping. Got it off the 6, so I went.